My stomach. Ugh. Good afternoon, everyone. Today it is Labor Day, so happy Labor Day. Right now I'm going to get ready, and I decided to, for once, turn on this camera because it's been quite a long time since I've kind of filmed a get ready with me. The first thing I'm going to do is take the 7 Days Vitamin Mist and just spritz this on my face. Okay. I'm taking the Innisfree Orchid Lotion, and I know you're supposed to use this at nighttime, but you know, I use it in the daytime. Rebel. Now I'm going to take this Aloe Soothing Sun Cream from Cosrx. It's 50 SPF. I've been using this every single day. Okay. I wanted to share with you guys like a past story that I have. So the story I'm going to tell you guys is actually in high school, I was bullied. I feel like I started vlogging more when I was in college, and I didn't really get to ever share about like my high school days. Concealer, I used the SEM Perfect Cover Concealer. So in high school, I was in golf team, and I also did ASB, and I was a pretty decent student. When I was a freshman, I came into high school, and there was these group of girls. We became really good friends, so we became friends all the way up until senior year. And then senior year comes around. In high school, it's like the time for experimenting things, like experimenting drinking and like dating. I didn't really do stuff like that. Like I didn't really like going to parties. I didn't really like drinking, which I think if you are into that scene, like just be wise and just, you know, I don't judge you, and I don't think anyone should judge you, because at the end of the day, it's your life and you can do whatever you want regardless of what people are saying. But for me, I just didn't really go to stuff like that. So my Friday nights consisted of me going to church and hanging out with my church friends. That didn't float well for some people, especially some people in this group. And because they kind of thought that I was really boring. I'm going to take this Can Make Color Mixing Concealer, and I'm going to cover my blemishes because I've been breaking out like on my forehead. Let's fast forward. Senior year, we're all still friends. We have this Facebook group where we all talk, and I thought we were really chill. And then one day, you know, like in high school, you hang out with, you have like your main group of girlfriends, and then you have your main group of guy friends. One day, one guy friend came up to me, and he basically told me, he was like,
"Hey, I heard you got kicked out of our prom group."
Keep in mind that I didn't even get asked to prom, so I was like, huh? I was very confused because he was like,
"Yeah, I heard that the girls don't want you in the prom group."
And I was like, okay, that's weird, but let me ask them. I posted on our Facebook group, and I said, hey guys, like I heard this really weird rumor going around, and I just wanted to clarify with you guys. Do you guys think we can talk tomorrow at break? At break, we like met up, and it was kind of like it reminded me like from a scene from a drama or something. So it was like me and then like 3 girls. I went up to them and I was like, hey, like, so what's going on? Like, this is what I heard from blah, blah, blah. Like, can you explain to me the situation? And they basically said,
"Oh my god, like, no, we want you to be in the prom group. Like, we never said that. Whatever he said, like, it's not true."
In my head, I was like, I don't think anyone would make up a rumor like that unless it came from somewhere. So I told them, like, I don't care what's true or not, but next time, I'm such a brat. I basically said, I don't care what's true or not, but next time I think you guys should handle the situation more maturely. Who do I think I am? Like telling them like,
yeah, you guys need to handle it more maturely.
I come home, go on my Facebook, and I realize on the side tab that that group is no longer there. And then I realized they kicked me out. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, come on, Grace, what did you expect? So they kicked me out of the group, which I was like, okay. And then, back then Tumblr was like huge. When I was in high school, it was like the thing. So I had a Tumblr, and on Tumblr you can ask like anonymous questions. Tumblr and Ask FM. After that whole conversation happened, I got like a ton of messages. I became popular in like one day. So I started getting messages saying like, it used to be like paragraphs. You know, like when you reach the limit, you gotta write a lot of words to reach the limit of Ask FM or Tumblr. But if you reach the limit, you have to continue onto another question. I remember I got sent like 3 paragraphs, and it was all from the same person, but they just had to use 3 different question boxes because they exceeded the text limit. I just remember it was like saying, nobody likes you at school. Honestly, if you died today, like no one would care. You're not fun. You're not pretty. Honestly, looking back, I think as a high schooler, it was really hard. And I remember it got to a point where other people from other schools who would follow my Tumblr, they would message me and be like,
did something happen? Maybe you should report what they're writing to you, to the principal.
Also around that time, a new mysterious Tumblr came out, and there was this thing called My High School's Name and Gossip Girls. This Tumblr was written by an anonymous group of people, and they would just bash on other people. So it'd be like, spotted Grace in the cafeteria talking to blah blah blah. You guys know the show Gossip Girl. Basically the same concept. That mysteriously came out around the same time that this whole prom situation was going on, and it was pretty bad. Like, that was around the time when we had to take our AP tests, and I just remember I could not study like at all because every day I was just getting so many messages, and I was like really sad about it. You know, when I look back at my high school days, I want to say I look back and I'm like, Grace, I'm pretty proud of you because you handled it pretty well. I think the reason why I was able to handle it so well is because I had a really good group of like church friends. So the fact that I was getting like roasted and like people hated me at school, it didn't really bother me because I was a lot closer to my church friends. But of course it did hurt me a lot, and it made me really question having girlfriends and like trust and loyalty and all that, because I was friends with these girls since like freshman year, so 4 years. I just remember during lunchtime, like I couldn't eat with them anymore. The thing that was like sticky was like I was really close to the guy group, and a lot of the guys were actually dating these girls, so it's like they had to choose me or their girlfriend, and obviously, you know, you gotta choose your girlfriend. So I remember during lunch, I would like eat lunch with my teachers, which I know some people are like, oh my god, that's so sad. But for me, I loved it because I love my teachers. I was a nerd. Eventually, it subsided. Like, eventually people stopped writing mean things. And while that was happening, whenever I saw these girls, I would always still say hi to them. Like, hey! Which they probably hated. They're like,
why is she saying hi to me?
Just felt like, why not? And so, after that, high school ended. And the end of high school, I remember that it was like 3 specific girls that did not like me, but 2 out of the 3 actually messaged me and they apologized. Yeah, it ended with, I mean, we all went to college, so I never saw them after that. I guess the moral of the story is, even if people don't like you, if you're nice, I think it makes them feel worse. You actually are winning at that point. I think what I realized was that people being mean to others, especially girls to other girls, I think that really comes from insecurity, and it comes from just a place of like not being so sure of yourself, so you feel the need to bring others down, which isn't the best way to deal with stuff like that. But I understand that at that age, that's probably the only way they knew how to deal with it. So, sorry, I didn't tell you guys what I was doing. I used this NYX eyeshadow primer for my eyelids, and I also used a bronzer, the Too Cool for School Art Class bronzer for my brows, and I also used this, the NYX, I think it's called Tame and Frame, and this is in the color Brunette. Now I'm going to take this Morphe palette and some shadow to my eyes. I'm going to probably take this light brown color and put this all over my eyes. But yeah, that was like my high school days. I'm assuming that these days it's a lot worse because there's so much more social media. I really hope if you are being bullied or if you are the person bullying someone, please stop.
Yeah, just stop.
But really, if you are the person bullying someone, I think that just shows a lot about you, and I think that's something that you really need to work on, because, you know, being mean to others is not going to make you feel any better. And if you're the person getting bullied, I really hope you're finding a good group of friends that can still support you and help you get through difficult times like that. Number 1 advice I learned from all that, like, the best advice I can give to young girls is, I think as you get older, you have to distinguish who you want to keep close and who you think you can let go. And I think one, especially for girls, a big determining factor of a girl's character is the way they talk about their close friends. If you meet a girl and she's talking smack about one of her so-called best friends, I think that says a lot about her, and if you ever become her close friend, she'll probably be doing the same thing to you.
Does that make any sense? I actually don't know. I actually don't know how this makeup look is coming out because it's all over the place.
Now I'm going to take this Clio waterproof pencil liner. Let me zoom you guys. I should have done this from the beginning. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to line my eyes using this. I would say my experience in high school definitely affected the way I see friendships and the way I see other girl friendships and also guy friendships too. Next I'm going to use this Physicians Eye Booster and I'm going to line the rest of my eyes. Next I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I'm using the Shiseido eyelash curler and I'm just going to curl my eyelashes. When I look at my high school self, wow, I changed a lot. I always never felt like I could be 100% myself because I was so consumed and so worried about like what other people would think about me. I remember in high school, I didn't even want to sing in the car when my friends were there. I remember in high school, everyone just thought I was just this normal girl who didn't really express herself, didn't like to try new things. If I did something out of the ordinary, like sing or dance, I for sure thought that everyone would judge me and be like, what is wrong with her? So I never did. I went to college and then I was like, you know, I don't know these people, they don't know me, so I'll just be whatever I want to be. Alright guys, so I'm done getting ready. I hope you guys enjoyed this small get ready with me and I hope you guys liked just catching up and getting to know a little bit more about my past. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!